Hi guys, I am so excited for today's video, mostly because I get to collab with one of my good friends, Jess from BlindGirlBeauty, and I'm super excited. We are kind of creating the Femme Invisibility tag. So we each created 5 questions that we thought would start the conversation about Femme Invisibility. We both identify as femme, and we're both in relationships with women. She's married, yay. So we just thought this would be a good kind of stepping stone into the conversation of Femme Invisibility. If you like the questions or think there should be more, let us know, put it in the comments. I am super excited to welcome Jess to my channel. When you're done here with these 5 questions, please go check out her channel for the rest of the 5 questions. Or if you're from Jess's channel, then hello. Jess's channel is amazing. She does amazing makeup tutorials. I have followed her tutorials several times, mostly because I can't get things to match. Like my eyeliner doesn't match today, but we won't talk about that. So let's just get to it. I know this is going to feel like I'm generalizing the entire LGBT group of people, but I've noticed enough of the LGBT community having this perspective about femme, lesbians, or femme label on the spectrum that you fall on. If you're femme, this is for you too. So I've noticed a lot of the community has 2 different extreme perspectives. One is, and this is the most common one I've seen, where because I'm super feminine and I look straight, I almost don't qualify to be at like the gay bar, or if I'm out with someone I'm dating, they think I'm either in my phase or I'm experimenting or we're just friends. And then the second extreme I find that I've also found that like a lot of butch or more masculine lesbians or bisexual women almost like covet the super femme girl, and I get so frustrated and so confused because I see that, and then at the same time I see this reaction of, oh, you're too pretty to be gay. I wish that the community would just accept the fact that there is super femme LGBT people, and it's not always the phase. Just because I am super girly and I'm at the gay bar does not mean I am here supporting a friend. I'm actually here because I like women.
So. Since I've come out, I've moved to Los Angeles, and my wife and I don't really have very many gay friends. I grew up with a lot of gay friends, and I received a lot of warm welcomes and a lot of positive attitudes from the gay community, both before I came out and after I've come out. In terms of the straight and or other communities, I've never really gotten very much discrimination or attitude from pretty much any community, and I think that I'm pretty lucky to be able to say that, because I know that there's so many people who struggle with so many things in straight communities, gay communities, trans communities, all communities, and honestly, I'm really not one of those people. I mean, my wife and I as a couple have had our share of discrimination, and it's really traumatizing and totally horrible, and it's something that I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy. But in terms of me as an individual, I've been pretty welcomed by pretty much any and all of the communities that I have been surrounded with. So I feel very fortunate for that.
I mean, at this point, it doesn't really bother me anymore. I've heard it so much. I come out, I always get the, oh, really? You? And I'm always like, yeah, why? you're so pretty, or you're so feminine. I would have never guessed. When I first came out, I would constantly get frustrated, constantly get almost defensive about it, but now it's just, I've gotten used to the perspective of, it's almost like we're not qualified enough to be a lesbian and be super femme.
I definitely think that there is a femme invisibility issue, and I'll say that because unless I verbally say that I am a lesbian, people just assume that I'm straight because I don't fit the stereotypical lesbian features. And actually the only way that people can really see that I am a lesbian is when I'm out in public with my wife. Other than that, I'm pretty sure that people assume that I am just a straight person. I don't mind explaining myself when people actually ask me about my orientation or my wife or, you know, things like that. It doesn't really bother me when I'm asked those questions. So it's not really an issue for me, but I do know that in the grand scheme of things, there is a huge issue with femme invisibility in the gay community. I feel like because of the way that we dress and portray ourselves, that unless we are with a more masculine looking woman or an androgynous looking woman, that people are going to automatically assume that we are straight. And it is kind of sad, but again, like I said, I haven't really faced any complications because of it. So for me personally, I don't mind it if they assume that I'm straight, because I always correct them. And most of the time, if they are open-minded, they do actually understand that I am gay. So it's not something that, you know, like I said, really hinders me in a way.
I obviously can't speak for the more masculine or the androgynous, but personally I feel like when my friends or people I know that are dressed as the stereotypical lesbian or queer person, people just kind of already assume, and then there's me, and then they think I'm like the straight friend that's like hanging out with them, and I feel like I do constantly have to come out, and maybe not in such a drastic way as when you first come out, but it's these little mini coming out moments. So yeah, I do feel like I do come out more than my more masculine counterparts. Alright guys, this was the first 5 questions, or the second set of 5 questions if you're coming from Jess' channel. Be sure to go to Jess' channel to watch the rest of the questions that we came up with, and make sure to go check out her videos, subscribe to her, she's amazing. I'm so happy that we could do this collab together. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like what I'm doing here, whether it's talking about LGBT things or disability things or both, then please subscribe. I'd love to have you here. And for those of you that are subscribed, welcome back. Well, I hope you have a great day, guys. Live with kindness and lead with love. Bye.